Hello, welcome. Hi, everyone. Happy Sunday night. My name is Chris Farah. Welcome to my YouTube or Twitch, however you are watching this on this Sunday at 9:03 p.m. It's Pacific Standard Time in Southern California, where I am. It's August 29th, the end of the month, and I just got done watching, and maybe you did too, or maybe you got early in on it, Discovery Plus early, but God bless. We watched, or at least you want to hear about, 90 Day Fiancé. We are in season 3 of The Other Way. It's episode 1. The Other Way, toe, if you will. You know, we just got out of Happily Ever After, or Heya, and now we're in tow, honey. We're going to tow ourselves all around the world. Just like, Jenny just keeps towing herself to India. Okay, we are going to talk about all the couples. Don't even worry about it. I have pictures. Hi, your girl did good. I'm so happy to see you. So let me just say this, but because, I'm like mildly ADD or just all over the place, God bless. The end of this episode, Jenny goes off on Sumit. Now, in a way where Sumit deserves it. And also Jenny gave me such Angela and energy. It may be because obviously I had seen a lot of Angela. We all have, if you've been watching Heya, or Happily Ever After, they just ended. But God, she just really flipped. So, oh yay! I wasn't looking at my comments for a second. I just was so excited to start talking, and then I was just like, oh yeah, I can look at people. Hey, people are here. Look at my mods. Hi, Baba Baby Biggie Blanket. Hi, Spetty. Hi, Marie. Hi, Lupe. Hi, Tay. Hi, Coco. Bang, bang, honey. All the peeps. Everyone's excited. My loves, especially those in Vanity Fair. I'm so sorry. I don't know if will someone go to Vanity Fair, which is my private Facebook group, and just post that I'm there, and live. I'm just wondering, if that's okay. I'm so obviously pumped. Lisa's here. Yes, Mr. TL Snow's here. Yes, I'm just so, it's just a new dawn. It's a new day, and I'm feeling good, honey. Season 1. There's some new peeps. We're gonna go over it. I'm just I'm into it. Grab your water. Okay. So excited. Also, obviously, subscribe if you haven't yet. That really would be great. And also like this video because you're going to like it. And, I need it. So who shall we start with? I want to start with Victor and Ellie. Victor and Ellie. Okay. She looks different in every one of the pictures she's in, honey. It's so great because she has so many pictures that she showed us, and we really got to see the evolution of this woman. So Ellie lives in Seattle, and she is mid-40s, God bless. And she owns a pizza joint, my loves. And Victor, here is he, honey. He is 38, and he's from Colombia, but specifically an island of Colombia called Providencia. Wait 1 second. God. Providencia. That's what it is. Hi. It took me a second. Orally, I have problems. Well, but sometimes saying words the right way, saying phonetically the words the way they're supposed to sound, I have issues with, and people's names thusly give me issues sometimes. Isn't that so dumb? Anyway, moving back to my life. Okay. So, honey, she was living her life, having fun, and her friends just coming to this weird ass island. It's it's weird. It's crazy. And she meets Victor, and they just clicked. And he is just kind of Jamaican and Rastafarian, which is how he describes the island. And we meet we meet Ellie first, obviously, and she's just slinging that pizza, and the pizza looks great, and she just has this life in Seattle. She has a partner. The partner's named Dylan's interesting. Seattle, Portland, all these north, western, cities. They're just full of fun, kind of hippie people making their lives, and a lot of great restaurants. So I hear, it's just rainy up there, it's just it's just It's great. Anyway, so she gets a call from Victor. She has him in as Victor number 3. Did you guys see that? I was like, how many Victors do you have in your life? You have 3 Vics? Honey, it's a lot of Vics. A lot of Vics, honey. And but Ellie is like, listen, I like me some Ellie. Like, I think she has a good demeanor. Like, here is her looking kind of like a curly-haired Meg Ryan, right? Look at this. I'm like into the curl pattern. Now, here's one awkward thing about her, and you're gonna have to get over it, and so will I. Yes, she seems like a sober Stephanie Davidson, from 2 seasons back. She's kind of, her voice sounds like that, but she's not that. I don't think she's that. But if she ends up being like that, God bless. But okay, so she says that she put her blood, sweat, and tears, honey, into the business of this pizza. Now, don't worry, it's not in the pizza. The pizza looks good, like I said. And she gives us her backstory, her like American Idol backstory. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just like, when I realize it's happening, I'm like, okay, well, I'll just dive in. So the American Idol backstory, you know what I mean? Or like voice backstory. Anytime you have like any of these shows, you're going to meet someone, it's just like, you're going to hear like, just a Haram pity story, and I do feel bad for them. But in this situation, this is a really horrible story. So she got married, right? And a long time ago, and to this guy. And she describes the guy as being like super jovial. He would just like walk in a room and be like, I love this woman. Like I was like, okay, like maybe she was a little shy and she had this like kind of like tall man who was like, loud voiced and, probably made her feel good. So she gets married to him, you guys. And 11 months later, they go to Atlanta. Okay. And she wakes up and he's dead. Shh. She wakes up. He's dead. Okay. I know that that's how people sometimes go. I've actually never thought about it, or maybe I have thought about it, but it's been a minute since I've thought about the absolute horror of, yes, finding anyone dead. First and foremost, here's the thing. I guess there's really like, how do you find someone dead where it's good? There's a bunch of horrible ways. I'm talking about this. There's a bunch of horrible ways to find someone dead. Like, I think obviously the most, like, there's murder. Like, you can find someone murdered. You can find someone, why am I talking about this? But I'm just already doing it. I'm already in it. I'll get away my out. Okay. So like, you can also find someone like suicide, like if they had committed suicide, that's also horrible. So both of those things are actually more horrible than what I'm about to say. But everyone's horror is, theirs. And I wish I had never even started the sentence, but here I am, which is that it feels like I really also would rather not ever just sleep in a bed with like a dead person. I don't want to also find someone dead that I had woken up with. I don't want to, God, every part of it's horrible, but like, you just roll over and he's just been dead. Oh my God. I can't even imagine. So anyway, I'm so sorry. People just leave the room, honey, like they're dropping like flies. I don't blame you. So I love you guys so much. So she goes to like the medical examiner, my loves, and they're basically like, he overdosed on painkillers. Now, whether he had like a problem and we didn't talk about it, and like the jovial spirit was just like masking perhaps like a problem, we're not quite sure, but we like Ellie and we're just going to really move on, so Victor, however, gains her attention when she's abroad, and he gives her, honey, a delicious pina colada. He makes her a delicious pina colada. Now, this is another theme of the show. There are so many people in the show. There's like, he went up and got me a coconut. So that's how it happened. Which is the Stephanie thing. He had given her a coconut. He went up a tree, gave her a coconut. And she was like entranced by that. There's something about white women being on vacation, roaming the beaches, and being like swept off their feet by just like pineapples and coconut gettins. You know, it's so interesting. So, now cut to her life. She's absolutely in love with him and she's going to like move there because he can't move here. And so she's going to sell her whole life, her business to Dylan, like her half of the business, everything that she's like, worked up for. She's like had a whole life in Seattle and it's like done and she's over it. She doesn't need it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, I really like, I feel like her friend, when she comes in, is all of us, is the best one of the best friends we've seen on the show. We've seen a lot of great friends on this show. For as many horrible people and as many like fame hungry family members that we've seen, like Libby's whole family or whatever, like there's also been great fun friends. Okay, so by the way, I just realized, yeah, I have no makeup on. I'm so sorry. Is that just like really distracting also? It's because like my skin is giving me issues and so I could not like give it more problems to deal with. So I'm so sorry about that. But we pick up Ellie and she is like, look, I'm just going to go there, honey. And one of the things that I'm going to do is like bring my own spices, like just like it's going to make me feel at home. And Ellie is just like vacuum sealing her spices. And I am looking at this woman and the life that she's created and the way that she's gone through things and she's vacuum sealing her spices, my loves. And I'm like, she's going to go live in Providencia with this man who we are about to find out more information about that makes him not as fun and coconuts. So anyway, her friend comes over. Her friend's name is Hermione. No, her hero mine. Okay, what's her name? It's something heroine. Help. Okay, help me. This is a problem I have. I wrote it down because I swear I waited for them to give me a chyron of like, what's that name again? And it's like, I wrote it down as Heromie. Hero me. Is it hero me? It's just that I have a problem. It's, it's like, and then, by the way, I think it's a beautiful name. So, she comes, and I've already said I like her, and I'm not joking. She comes, honey, and she's giving me this like hot, like rocker puff sleeve, and her advice to Ellie is like, I mean, let's be honest. What do you want me to say? Great. Oh, good, you're moving. You're giving up everything, this life. You vacuum seal your spices. That's where you've come to. You are so, you know what I'm saying? Like, Ellie, you obviously, honey, I get it. It's like, I see myself in Ellie. It's like, she's 45, my love. She's been single for, God bless, since this person died. They were only married 11 months. Oh my God. Anyway, so she has this whole life and she vacuum seals spices, you know what I'm saying? And she's going to all of it, give it all up. Just move to Providencia. And Hermy. Okay. No one told me how to say her name on the bottom. Ugh. She is like, and he cheated on you. And we're like, what? Wait, what? All right. Well, okay, honey. And that is why this woman is gritting as she's being like, I can't. How do I tell you? Don't fucking do it. I don't know how to tell. Don't. Puffy sleeves, hot outfit. Don't do it. Okay, so we find out that Victor had a biddy in Providencia, my loves, and that woman sent Ellie a DM. You're welcome. You're welcome. Hey, who takes care of her baby boos? If you haven't liked this video, if you haven't yet thumbed up this video, for me giving you just like a full screenshot, who loves her baby boos? I love my baby boos. Let's read it. God bless. Hey, maybe you wary why Victor Baba don't chat you anymore. Easy. He is my boyfriend and he living in my house in Providencia. You chat a lot before how you miss him and how you cannot wait to see him. Enough. I'm tired of it already. We are in love and I don't want anyone, him, ex-girlfriend to disturb us. Quarantine dash all the time we stay at home. Sex. comma, love, comma, cook, and many more. Okay. Victor, he is good boy and he doesn't want to hurt your heart. So someone had to inform you. It's life. You guys, please. Oh, someone did. Thank you so much, Jay. Hermione. Okay, so I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so Hermione. And you say Hermione. Hermione? Hermione? Hermione. Hermione? Hermione. Okay, well, I'm just going to say Hermione at this point because isn't it kind of, that sounds a little bit like her, what's the, Harry Potter! Harry Potter. My God. Oh, sorry, Flea. I don't even know. I'm like, God bless. So, you guys, sex, cooking, that's all we do. We're in quarantine. You snooty, curly haired, white, crazy pizza maker. Just like stay in your country and leave my man alone is what this woman DMs her. And then she is like, Victor, what's up? And he lies. He lies. So she goes back to the woman, and the woman just gives her screenshots, pictures. She's like, what do you need? Do you want a picture of his penis? Like, do you want to, he's really right here with me right now. Do you want me to take a picture? Here's me and you, here's the date. Can you imagine what this woman gave her? Like all the screenshots, all the texts, all the dick pics. I was rooting for them until this point. It was hard because you know what? It's so interesting. It's like, and this is what I don't want to speak for you. So you tell me what happens for you, which is you see the pictures of them, the couple pictures, and they look happy. You know what I'm saying? Like you're just like, oh, they're living their life. Yes, she's happy, right? Like they're into it, like I'm just like, yeah, okay, yeah. But it just, when you hear it, it's hard because then you go back and you're like, oh, she's giving up her whole life. And this very good, and also she seems like a rational woman because she has friends like Hermione, who is like rational with cute sense of clothes and is like, girl, what? He cheated on you. And she has moments where you're like, okay, I actually wrote it down. She goes, remember how pissed you were? And I feel like as a friend, you have, like as a girl maybe, or like even guys, you have said that to a friend who is going back to someone who did them wrong. And you want to be like, but do you remember how mad you were? Because what he did was absolutely, or she, horrible. Can you go back to that place because you shouldn't be so not easily in that place with them? I don't know. Or you should, I would like you to be past that if it meant forgiving and moving on. But I'm definitely, if your choices are being past that or not being past that, forgiving and wanting to be with that person, let's get back to the angry place. You know what I'm saying? I think that we have been there for people in our lives before. And and then this girl, Ellie goes, well, he apologized or whatever after, I accused him and he had to finally him clean because all the pictures. And Ellie's like, and he said he wouldn't do it again. He said he kind of, I guess, put it on the girl, the woman, and was like, she trapped him, in her house, staying and cooking and sexing her up? Was he? Okay. How did she trap you? She's not pregnant with a baby. That's how did she trap you in her home? Giving you delicious food and her vagina to eat every night. Oh, sorry. You know what I'm saying though? How? Were you, and there was locks on the door you couldn't get out? She trapped you there? Is this is this a case? We should take it to the Colombian judge? I don't know what to tell you. No, it's not. So then Ellie's like, well, whatever. He seemed sincere. And her friend is like, and that's good enough for you. And that's good enough for you. And that's good enough for you? No. So he just lied to you and lied to you, 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 cheated on you and lied to you. And then blamed it at the very end on someone else. And he said he wouldn't do it again. And that's good enough for you? Mm-hmm. And give up your whole house. And give up your whole pizza place. Give up everything. Just to be with this man. Okay, well, I thought you were weird when you had that like wig wearing possum thing, and I was just like, this is my one weird curly haired friend, but she owns a fun pizza place and the pizza's good, so I go there. Like there's some wine, on a Sunday night. She has this like special, it's a happy hour special, so I'll just like literally get a whole bottle of wine, like pizza for like $4, you know what I'm saying? And I just like lived my life for 3 hours. We became friends. And I mean, yeah, she's eccentric, but everyone in Seattle's eccentric. And you know what? I appreciate her curl pattern anyway. So whatever, God bless. She's fun. We've been single. Let's say we've had some fun nights out and about, but like fast forward to this girl having to give this conversation to this woman on camera. I'm so dead. I'm into it. I just like, God bless. Okay. Let's move on. Let's move on to Evelyn and Corey. They're back on. I made some, okay, so it's so funny. Okay. This might be the full first, sorry, I cannot talk. This might be the full season. No, how do I say this again? This might be the first full season that I'm going to review Corey and Evelyn. I know I've talked about them before, but I really wasn't there for my dad's about to come into the garage, and so you're going to hear the garage open. So I know their backstory a little bit, and this is like, I met him, right? Like if you've been, on my YouTube on my Instagram, both of them, I had this one random night where I met a bunch of people from the show, and he was one of them. He was very, very nice. And I really liked him, and he seemed different than the show. And I was after the first season, and I don't remember watching it as much, but I knew certain things. Like I know that she was called Evelyn, and like that basically she was just like really mean to him, and it was very obvious that she didn't like him. So when I was like talking to him, I was just like, in my mind I was like, but why is this your thing? Like, why? I don't know. Anyway, so now I get to like kind of like deep dive into them. It's still interesting because here's one note, and I want to know if you guys have noticed this from people who have like watched many of them. And I don't know if I really want to see a whole thing, but oh, Marie had to leave. I love you so much, Marie. Is that they both speak in the same octave. They both speak in the same octave, it feels like. Like if they were both singing a karaoke song, they both sing the same key. So her voice is low, his voice high. You know what I'm saying? 4. Anyway, so, they went through their whole backstory. So that's why I was like, okay, well, I guess I know everything about them, which is fine. Basically like he met her, he's always loved her. She went, to America. She hated it. She was like, I'm not going to be with you unless you make it work in Ecuador. He like moved to Ecuador, and she still was just basically like, I still don't want to marry you, but here's some reasons why you won't like learn Spanish. And there's just a lot of these Americans that have somehow like met people and or lived abroad for periods of time, and they just don't pick up that tongue. They don't duo that lingo. I mean, like if you speak English, Spanish is so easy to learn. It's so easy for English-speaking people because English is a hard Germanic, half Romantic, half Germanic language. And obviously French, Italian, Spanish, Romantic languages. And out of those, I feel that at least with Spanish, a lot of the words are written phonetically the way you would say them. For especially someone like me who just said I have a hard time phonetically saying some things sometimes. Like French isn't, right? Like French, you'll see like a whole long word, my loves, will be like 20 letters, and you're supposed to be like, bah. But it's like N-E-A-U-G, whatever campus. Like Spanish is like mañana, M-A-N-A-N-A, like mañana, like makes sense. There's like a little dually over the end, so you know how to. Anyway, so I love you guys so much. Okay, she has all the testosterone. She sleeps around. Okay, so one whole thing, Beth, is that I went on Twitter to like kind of like look up stuff, and everyone on Twitter calls her the village mattress. Is that true? I mean, I'm not asking, this is what I'm asking, not if she is promiscuous. That's her business. I almost just want to know, is literally her nickname the village mattress? Like, is that a thing? Like, they call her, Evelyn, but is also like the village mattress a thing, or is that just one thing? Oh, I just died. She was cheating on him. I know that part, that she was cheating on him, which brings us to this part. So one of their like very convoluted stories of blah bitty blue is that he proposed, honey, then they had a break, and then he like decided to like live in Peru for a second, and then in Peru he met this girl named Jenny, honey, and Jenny and him like were in a relationship, but also just like kind of like boning for like maybe a month or less, and someone told Evelyn or whatever, and then Corey like had to like confess. And the weird thing was, Evelyn was like, well, I usually broke up with him so that he would like like want me more, like like treat me better or whatever, or like learn Spanish and like talk to my family. And then it like the opposite happened. He just like went to Peru and like banged some girl named Jenny. And then they just are going to go back and forth over like whether we're on a break, or they had a break, or they broke up. It's just like, we're not 2-year-olds. We like have watched Friends, and we don't need like a whole season of I was on a break from you. And also, she cheated on you. I know that. So I kind of just wanted to be like, no, you cheated on me. That's why. So, I don't know what to say about them. I don't really care. When opening with that bar that they have together, I was like, wait, is it like a smoothie bar? Is it a fresh juice bar? Or is it an alcohol bar? Or is it a little bit of all three? Like, I've never been to Ecuador. Like, can you really just walk from like kind of like a little like hut bar to a little hut bar and have like Mai Tais and stuff? Is that what's there? I get it. I mean, I'll go, like, I mean, so, oh yeah, well, I guess I should talk about Corey and Evelyn, like, go to her house, honey, and then they have, like, a home meal or whatever, and they tell, like, their family that, like, they're engaged, and, like, Evelyn has a sister, and the sister is named Leslie, and Leslie does not like Corey, and she just, like, no creo, honey, she does not believe him, no creo, I don't believe you, I don't like you, and also, you don't know Spanish. So, she just thinks he's fake. I wonder who she wants her sister to be with. Like, it makes me feel like, is there someone that you want your sister to be with? Because your sister's on the show because of this dude. So, like, what? And your sister's, like, cheated on him. And basically, this guy will do anything for your sister. Is there, I just want to know, is there some, like, what, mayor, millionaire of the town that you would rather your sister be with? I literally just want to know. I was wondering what kind of bar is it too. There's like, because they were like, we're opening the bar, and I had just like, like a billboard. What are those like? Oh, I forgot the name. Oh, never mind. But like also some mangoes they were just like pulling out, like maybe like a hatchet, it's just like, it looked like a Calle de las Frutas stand, which I am into it. Like, I like it. So like I like picked up on it. I was like, and I like fresh juices and smoothies. So I literally was like, what is happening in here? And by the way, for as many smoothie places and fresh juice places and acai bowl places and bars, there's actually not a bar fresh juice smoothie place where you can have like fresh juices or smoothies or alcoholic things. Is it because you can't? Okay, now I'm like having like a bunch of thoughts because it's like fresh pressed. Okay, fresh pressed pineapple juice. That's yummy. Like you could literally, well, not fresh pressed. Well, you could, I guess. But also, you don't really need to. But like, yeah, that with rum is good. I mean, cucumber, like cucumber is a whole green juice. Maybe like a vodka. If you could just like get really good about that kind of stuff. Like it just like this kind of situation would obviously be great like in Miami or places where you can like maybe trot around with alcohol like New Orleans. Anyway, yes. I love you so much. Please like this video. Okay, so we're going back. So anyway, so that's what Leslie says, and like, Corey's just gonna have to deal with the fact that like none of her family. Well, it's just like I feel like her mom and her dad like Corey. Because they're kind of like, we want her to get married. You guys opened this bar together. You've been on the show together. Like, we expect you guys to get married. It's just Leslie who's like, meh. Okay, Binyam and Ariel. So, Ariela. I didn't like, it's so funny because I didn't watch their first season either. So I'm excited to get into this. I got their whole backstory, honey, and I knew a lot of it, but like, basically she just is like a girl that like, runs around, honey, the world, and then just like, like Tanya or whatever, like one of these girls that just travels a bunch and just like meets guys all the time. So she did it before in Argentina and she just like got married to this dude. She like married him in America, brought him to America. His name is Leander, or Leandro. I have this problem. So, but that was then, and this is now. So she did it again, and it was in Ethiopia, and that's how she met Binyam, who's a dancer, actor, choreographer, nighttime worker. Just not. He's like a man of the night. He's in a club. He's like go-go dancing. But it's all been shut down for COVID. But that's fine because they, in their first season, like her full season was like she was going to move there and have her baby there, and like he didn't have a fridge and like, it was just like a hut, and now, my loves, now they're living in like a 3-bedroom, what looks like mansion. She's had her baby. Her parents help financially. And she has a nanny. Oh my God, this nanny. Okay, well, this nanny is going to be giving us everything that we need all season long. A live-in nanny, honey. This woman lives there and gets paid $200. God bless her. Look at her. Mimi. That's her name. Mimi. Mimi is like taking care of the baby and taking care of Ari and probably in cooking, and I'm sure cleaning. $200 a month. She's basically like Ari's nanny and just like teaching her how to like make the food like injera and stuff like that. It's so it feels like a movie. Like it's so okay, how do I say this? It's very interesting to watch this in this couple. And because I didn't watch them the first time, I would like to know other people's opinions. Like, I feel like I'm going to have a hard time. Okay. So she and her parents, thank God, set them up. So they're living like kings and queens where they have nannies and she just doesn't have to do anything if she doesn't want to, except like this problem is still in her life, which is that Binyam, not making any money, just goes out with his friends a lot because, his whole life is there. His friends there. And, she's like, not that. So she doesn't have friends besides Mimi, who she pays. And she basically was like, Mimi, like, you're my best friend. And Mimi's like, I know. Oh, no, I know. She's like, no, Mimi, you're like my family. And Mimi's like, oh, I know. Can you pay me more? Jesus. So, it feels like Ariel and the producers have gotten together to teach Binyam a lesson, which is I'm going to bring my ex-husband / best friend on here, 90 Day Fiancé. He's going to stay in the house, hang out. You can't say no because my parents pay for everything. I don't understand why Binyam can't say no. Also, she's like, you can't say no because you left me all the times, and this is how I'm going to pay you back. And I mean, like, it's very obvious that she's bringing Leander, whatever how you say his name, to get at Binyam. She's like, yeah, would just call him every time we fought, which was like a lot because you're really mean to me and horrible. And so I would just call and cry all the time. So now he's coming. Yeah, just to like see you, to meet you, and meet the baby, but also like see you. It's so interesting to make sure I'm happy. It's horrible in the sense of like, I'm not saying, listen, if you're saying that your marriage is so horrible that this is what you've come to, fine. But what I'm telling you is that you have made a choice and it's that your marriage is horrible. You are now, I mean, like, this is a choice that like someone makes when they want to broadcast that they don't give an F what happens in their life or their marriage. Because there's no way you can go again. It's just like, this is so disrespectful to do to, yeah, your like beloved spouse. There's no way on God's green earth that if like my husband and I were living somewhere that he'd be like, my ex-wife, my best friend. So yeah, 10 years I was with my ex-wife, who's my best friend. So because she's my best friend, she's going to come stay with us and stay in this house. I would just be like, no, she's not. And then I would have a stare off for a very long time. Oh, I just blinked. God. But I would still be really pissed. And I would just be like, no, or I'm leaving. I mean, pick your fine. If she's just, you know what? I thought I was your best friend because I was like, just married to you. But like, if no, I'm cool leaving. I'm chill. If that is how you feel, you're going to in my home, make me feel that way. Like I can't be in my home with my husband because you are going to have this person here who like, you don't care how I feel, I guess, right? In my home. Oh, that's bad. It's not good. Not great. Another couple that creeps me the F out. It's like, oh, it's just, it doesn't bode well. She's crazy. Is she crazy? That's what I want my friends here to tell me. Like, is she bananas? I don't like her. Like, I'm not saying he's great, but I don't like her at all. Like, then listen, if I don't like her then I'll tell you what happens. So, she like, FaceTimes her best friend / ex. He's like staying in a hotel, she's like, yeah, the hotel that I'm quarantining in, there's like windows everywhere. You can like see people poop. She's like, she laughs so much. You're just like, okay, that's not the greatest. So, then Binyam's sisters come over and they like have not had a good time with her. Like, like they're whatever about her. And she obviously has been here for a second and she has not endeared herself to them at all. And one way that she might have thought she did was by telling them a secret that she thought would make them feel like somehow connected to her. With the secret was that she and her ex-husband / best friend stayed together in her place when she was 4 months pregnant. What? Okay. And she expected Binyam's sisters to be like, oh, okay, well, we'll keep that secret. Because my loyalty is with you, person I don't care about or know, against my brother. And that thing is crazy, you told me. So again, they come over and this is like a weird situation because this conversation about whether Leander is coming or should be coming is like the conversation she should have had with Binyam alone. But because the producers know it's like not a great thing and they know that it's going to make great television, they get the sisters to come over and then being like, we need to tell you something. Like, no, you don't. First of all, no, you don't. I mean, no, you don't. Not really. Why? Why would you have to tell them that you're best friend / ex-husband's coming? I don't even understand why you would tell them. But again, we know because the producers. So I already said that. And she's just like, so my best friend / ex-husband's coming. They're like, why? And she's like, just to like, you know, see Ethiopia and stuff like that, and me, like meet the baby or whatever. And they're like, and she's like, they're like, where's he staying? And she's like, here in this 3-bedroom home that my parents pay for. And they're like, I think that is white people shit. Shit is the word. And you know what? I mean, here's the thing. I can't tell you if I can speak for white people or not. I'm 100% Levantine, Syrian, Lebanese, but I'm pretty like whitewashed. That's not white people shit as much as it's like just a woman who like doesn't care about marriage shit. Or doesn't care about her marriage. A marriage or hers. Those women are like over Ariela and like are not into her and like hate that she's married to her brother, like not into it. And here's the thing. Yeah, I would get it. I would just look at Ariela and I'd be like, why are you wearing so much makeup, girl? Like, why are you wearing like a full cut crease right now? Like, and did Mimi do this makeup for you? Or did you also not only like hire like a live-in nanny for you and your one child, but did you also like hire a move-in Kardashian-esque, or the best we could do here, like makeup artist? Because Ariela's eye makeup is so aggressive and violent and severe. I mean, it is like, her eye makeup looks, honey, like in my mind, and I just said I was like Arab. It looks like she's going to like an Arab like wedding. It is like a full cut crease. And as I say this, like, oh, Arabs work a lot of money. Or oh, I'm sorry, Arabs, Freudian slip. Arabs wear a lot of makeup, and I'm also Arab and not wearing any makeup. So what am I giving you? Now, here's the thing. I just got done making made fun a lot about her, but I will say, look at her hair, honey. She in this opening scene is just strapped her child, honey, to her back, braided her hair, and in a beautiful dress is just with a matching mask, has really, really ingrained herself in the culture. And it's almost like you can't even see that she wasn't born there. I wonder if that's another reason for the makeup. I don't know what I'm going to tell you. I don't want to be too mean about her. I really don't. Okay. Jenny and Sumit. So can't believe they're back. I mean, just like can't believe that's what's happening in our lives, but they're actually back, and not much has changed, my loves, because I thought I had a picture for them. I don't. But basically, Jenny is just, been in India, and she's been there. She has a 10-year visa to travel there, and basically what happens is every 6 months she has to like leave, come back, but she just literally has like touch foot, like a touch of tippy toe in America, and just like come back, kind of like like tag, like oof, and she just can like get back on the plane. So and she's been doing that, as we know, and because she met Sumit online and he catfished her. He said it was like this hot guy, and she realized that it was Sumit, but she was like, Sumit ended up being hotter, and we're like, cool. How long have you had those glasses, girl? How long have you had them? You're 60 what now? And you met him like 10 years ago, but like you've had them for a long time. My love, you've had some blindness for a second. So she has been now in India because of the coronavirus, and she like was supposed to go leave, but she didn't because what she got is like a visa extension, basically, and she's now gotten that 3 times. So she really wants Sumit to marry her, but for a billion reasons, mostly that he doesn't want to, won't. I mean, you can tell me, yeah, like his parents, yeah, of course the parents don't want him to marry her. They've never been wanting him to marry her. He was married. Yes. If he wanted to marry Jenny, he'd be married to Jenny. He's just not in that into Jenny. You know what I'm saying? Like, ah, it's just like when it comes to anything with anyone, but let's just in this situation with like a cisgender situation of a heterosexual situation, which is this relationship. If a man wanted to get married to a woman, and in this situation, Jenny, he would get married to Jenny. They would just live somewhere else. Nepal, if that's what could happen, like whatever, like if he wanted to get his passport back, he could. He could just say that it was lost and then just get another one. Like you would just get married if you wanted to get married. Because we're like free people in this world. Oh, I guess except for Victor, who was locked horribly, you guys, in a house in Providencia, locked by that mean woman, trapped in that house with all the sex and cooking and food and love and constant checkups by Ellie. I love that letter so much. I mean, like what a DM. Like if anyone got this DM, I think it would be like my like main pick somewhere. Like maybe you worry why, because it's like, yeah, she's saying like, hey, maybe you're worried why Victor Baba, like is Baba, like Baba means dad, like daddy, doesn't really chat you with anymore. Easy peasy, bitch. I'll tell you why. Because he is mine and he lives in my house. Why isn't it his house? Why doesn't he have a house? How come you have a house? You used to like always text him about how like you miss him, you can't wait to see him. Well, bitch, no more. Like, I just like love, I mean, this is sex, love, cook, and many more. I mean, when the producers got Ellie and they saw that DM, they were like, we're in the money. We're in the money. Okay. I've gotten a DM like this before. I want to see it. I want to see it so bad. Oh God, what did it say? Tell me everything. That is so juicy. It's so drama filled. It's so messy. I love it. But it's like messy from the other person's side because you're like, oh, I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's messy for you because it does mean like, I mean, unless you weren't dating anyone, I guess it could be messy on both sides, but it happens. Like it happened. Like I happened to my cousin, like, yeah. Oh God, I love it. I'm sorry. I don't mean to say I love like your drama, but I love the drama. So, lock me out. So Jenny and Sumit is like, well, why don't we go to an astrologer? Yes, in India, everyone goes to astrologers. It's going to astrologer, honey. It is what we all do. It's the many things I believe in, and this will really guide us our way. And Jenny's like, okay. I just feel like sometimes Sumit like has put Jenny in some sort of like, like alternate universe where like this astrologer obviously is not a real astrologer and definitely getting paid by Sumit or one of Sumit's friends from telemarketing from back in the day. Just like Sumit was like, I was Michael Rogers. Thank you for calling the AT&T. I am Michael Rogers. Like this person's like, I am an astrologer. This person just goes to a website, any website. By the way, if you want to go like check your chart, you literally can go to any website and put in what this man puts in, which is your birth date, the time you were born and where you were born, you'll get a whole chart, right? Like CoStar, like if you want to do this or whatever, is a great app that does that for you, which is actually kind of fun if you care about that kind of stuff. I've talked about, I think, CoStar before, but anyway, it's like, yeah, it's like, I mean, listen, I like it in the sense of, it's like, well, what is my house in and what's happening for me? And it does say all that in my chart. And if you want to know, I am a Pisces. Oh, wait, what is this? I'm Pisces, then Leo moon and Virgo rising. Pisces, no, I lied. I'm Pisces sun, Leo moon, Virgo ascendant. Okay. And that's what CoStar told me. You can do that too. Anyway, I think it's fun. So anyway, so this man doesn't have to be that. My whole point of saying this is this man, you don't have to be an astrologer to find that out. That's literally like, I can do that for you like on a website. So, and then he's like, let me look up your chart. Okay, basically you don't have to get married. I don't see why you'd have to rush to get married. Sumit. You know, like Jenny's like, I mean, this is like so sad. Okay. So like this informs what happened. So basically then Jenny goes back to her house. She checks her Gmail and like, instead of having another extension for her like weird time lapse visa situation, they're like, oh girl, your request is closed. Not declined or whatever, closed. And she's like, I've never seen those words before. And so she's like, well, what are you gonna do? And as I told you, he's like, well, let's we just go somewhere else, come back 6 months. You know. She's like, no, wrong, try again. That's what I keep doing. And he is like, I can't do it. You know, you've been here, you've seen what happened. You witnessed it. I don't have my passport, so. She's like, you don't get it. I don't have a home. Where am I going to go? Back to America and what? There's no place for me to go to. What, want me to go stay like in a Hilton Garden Inn for like 1 second and come back out? I don't understand what you need from me, you know? And he is just like, obviously not wanting, he wasn't. There seems to be a regressive factor to a lot of men on this show where you're just kind of like, you have to like, if you want this, you got to like, you know, you got to like be a little more, you know, it's how you want like a lot of these men to be or whatever. And they fall short. So Sumit is one of them. And we're going to move on to our last couple, brand new couple. I think I've saved. Went and saved the best for last. 'Cause how could you give your love to someone else and share your dreams with me? Oh, I forgot to show you this. Sorry, guys. So she is the elder woman in my life. My birthday is February 1st, 1917. I was born in San Diego at 4:15 in the morning. Okay, so that's my friend Pete's voice. I don't know why I did it. But anyway, so let's go back to, this is Steven with a V. With a V, Steven. It's very like Liza with a Z, honey. Steven with a V. I'm Steven with a V, not Steven with a PH, because Steven with a PH goes not V. Okay, sorry. I'm a theater nerd, and I really hope someone will give me a little something for doing that. Will someone give me a little musical theater nerd, little clap for giving me a little Liza with a Z? Steven with a V, honey, met Alina. Okay, so another common theme of the regressive men and all the other things, but is like also like, okay, yes, there is the old white man that gets with Asian women, and there's the old, we haven't seen that in a second, and there's the old white man that gets with Eastern European women, and then there's the Mormon young person that gets with Eastern European women. They're just, these are like, oh, kind of like archetypes that we've seen, you know, like in the commedia dell'arte that is 90 Day Fiancé. You know, listen, being a theater arts major, I knew would give me something in life. And here, at the end of the day, the theater arts major has given me just endless amounts of fun references to make in passing conversation that only 1/4 the people will get. No, 1/6. Okay, so Steven with a V is just like a little like awkward, and is like, you know, like with the producer, like, is my hair okay? And the producer's like, always. And in that moment, I realized, oh yeah, like the 90-Day producers really egg their shit on with these weird ass characters. Like, can you imagine what the producers did with like Stephanie and stuff like that? Like when Stephanie was there, like, Ryan, it's okay for me to do my confessionals. You think I'm okay to do? Am I gonna be like, am I not drunk? You know, and the producer's like, you're fine, Stephanie. Get her more alcohol, put it in the drink. You know, like, you know that these, for him to be like, how's my hair look? Always good. You know, just like whatever. Stephen used to have, with a V, short hair. And arguably, I think it looked a little better. But Stephen with a V is Mormon, and that's neither here nor there for us, but it's a problem in the situation for him because I guess in Russian people think that it's a cult. So like, and also specifically like that Mormons will like steal your organs or something, you know, I don't know. You know, here's the thing. I mean, has the Book of Mormon toured any of like Russia? Because it really should. I think it'd be fun. Oh, you know what? I got a super chat. Sherry, my Sherry amor, pretty little one that I adore. You're the only one my heart beats for. How I wish that you were mine. Thanks for the theater reference. Yay! Thank you so much. Look at you, honey. Are you an actor? I mean, this is a good headshot. That's why I asked. You have very magnetic eyes. Are you an actor? Yes. I mean, anyway, thank you so much for that super chat. That's lovely. Oh my God, another one right here. Thank you. Baba Baby Binky Blanket. Baba Baby Blinky. I can't talk it. Baba Baby Binky Blanket. I want to say it like 10 times fast. Baba Baby Binky Blanket. It is. Isn't that, that is like a tongue twister. Baba Baby Binky Blanket. Like red leather, yellow leather. Yes, honey. Yes, model and actor. Yeah. I can see that. Baba, you give me 2 super stickers in a row. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. You guys, I'm like overwhelmed by your generosity. Okay, so thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you, my loves. That's very, very kind. Okay, so what I was saying though is like, you know, this is a really good opportunity because if, you know, like maybe, yeah, let's like tour Book of Mormon through Russia. Because I mean, listen, you can argue that any like hardcore organized religion is cultish. I'm not saying that there's more. I think that, you know, the ones that really push financial obligation coupled with estrangement from non-practicing members definitely like deserves more culty statuses or whatever, and like definitely like there's ones that are just like obviously it's cults. But like, having said that, I don't think Mormons are cultish. I don't think it's a cult. I just think it's a very hardcore organized religion, and so that's that. But I will say that, and also I think they're mostly good people, and so and I will say mostly because there's bad people in every situation. And why I say that is because I think that Book of Mormon actually shows that. So Book of Mormon should just go ahead and tour there. Hello. So we also meet Stephen with a V's family, honey, and it's like Bob and Julie and Stephen with a V's brothers, who some of them have left the church, and they get together on Sunday, and like Stephen's there with a tie, honey. I mean, very much like, hello, I am brother. You know, like I'm literally singing my brother. I'm sorry, I'm singing Book of Mormon. I just don't know all the words, and I just keep singing all night long, and I just feel like maybe someone's gonna really hurt themselves from falling off balconies. At one point during this lunch, Stephen with a V is like, I have to fart. I'll be right back. And then gets up and walks, they're outside, to just like the corner of the backyard, stands awkwardly, and then takes an arm and wisps and wafts stuff away and walks back to the table and then goes, I don't know why other people don't do that. Because what he's saying is, I don't know why other people don't be gracious enough, elegant enough kind, considerate enough to announce to the world that they have to pass gas and do so in the sight and basically smell, because it's like outside, of other people. Because the only other alternative, I guess, in Stephen with the V's mind is just to do it at the table loudly. Smile. I didn't do it. Right? And the funny thing is, of the stuff that we talked about tonight, this scene in this moment with this person is to me, my version of this. That's some white people shit. Like, I was just like, yeah, that's not, yeah. Listen, this family is interesting, and I think they're insular. So he seems like he hasn't really experienced a lot, and he seems out of his element in the most incredible way. At one point, he's like, I'm like a jack of all trades because I've like done some marketing and I did pest control, door-to-door sales. You think you're a jack of all trades because you've done those two things? Are you insane? You know, there's moments like that where I'm like, I've fritted and fretted over so many things in my life, in the sense of things that I thought that I wasn't good enough for, or not ready for, or couldn't possibly do, or whatever. Better people were with me. To watch this ginger towhead 12-year-old be like, I'm a jack of all trades when he's done nothing in his whole life, was kind of like, well, it's confidence. Yeah. The Mormon guy is maybe seems a little socially awkward in that way that you're like, oh, I wonder if it's like a clinical thing. That girl looks like Olga from OC with Steven. Yeah. Steven with a PH. So I don't know. I love you guys. That was just interesting. So at this meal, though, with the family, they're basically like, well, what's happening if, what goes in, if you're going to go meet her, like you basically never known, or you've hung out with her like for 2 weeks, like what is it? And he's like, yeah, I was going to go. I just want to like propose. And they're like, well, what is she going to do? Like, what do you want her to do with the whole like being Mormon thing? And he's like, well, I want her to convert. And if she doesn't convert, it's going to be a problem. And then I was like, oh, you are overly confident. You mean to tell me you think this person should come live in your weird ginger farm with your crazy ass family, with you socially awkward as hell, and become Mormon to live with you, a jack of all trades / pest control person? And that you have the audacity to be like, it's not going to work if she doesn't convert. If it's important for you to be with a Mormon woman, then be with a Mormon woman. You are surrounded probably by them. Literally, your brothers had to leave the church, right? They escaped or left, allegedly, whatever you want to say. Okay, they left. But I bet you with your like tie on, I bet you know a lot of Mormon women. Why does this make me upset? It makes me upset that there's like white man's being like, I can't be with her unless she converts. If that is so important to you, then you are literally just go to like Utah, just walk around Utah, find a Mormon woman. But you're an if Eastern European people think that Mormons steal organs, maybe they're not the first people that you should go to for, wives. Why are there so many stupid men in the world? maybe I shouldn't say that because maybe he is on the spectrum. And I just like, but I mean, like, this was a crazy, I mean, every part of this was crazy. Every part of it, like, what is she going to be like? Why is she like that? She's just like, I want you to tell me I'm pretty. Do you like my dress? Say that I look good in the dress. He's like, you look great in the dress. You guys, I can't, okay? I don't know. I just like, it makes me upset because he would never be worth, obviously, like converting to a whole religion for, like, not ever. And like, she'd be so upset if that was her life. And you just like are not a jack of all trades. You've done like 1 or 2 jobs and you are probably barely good at it. You are 20 nothing. Cut your hair, go live a little bit. And if you want to get married to a Mormon woman and start your life now, find one. That doesn't have to like change your whole life and convert, because you are in a very specific situation that this person isn't in, and you don't get how hard it is. I don't know what to tell you. It obviously just makes me upset. So that is the end of my whole episode of talking about these people in this new season. I have all I have to say about that. So I want to go to you guys and like see what you're saying. Why be attracted to someone who's going to hell? Well, honey. Well, as he said, he has not lived up. I forgot to bring this up. He has a secret, my loves. He has not lived up to Joseph Smith's golden tabernacles. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't done it. There's a secret. I bet you him and Corey are sitting on them secrets. Y'all got to have a secret they're not telling their other people, that they're going to tell them in the season. And it's going to be upsetting, a very upsetting scene that they're afraid of. It could mean life or death for the relationship. So we'll see. So many odd couples. Yeah. Well, you see, he wants a woman who's more attractive and out of his league. So he needs her to be poor to settle for him. Wow. Okay. Well, first of all, Fleecy the Sheep Girl, you really hit the nail on the head. If I could, I would give you a super chat, because that is it. And I just want to also like, this is a perfect comment because it's true. It's absolutely true for him, and like very biting and very right to the core of the absolute authentic truth, like I've said. But also just like in this moment as alive, we get to read this comment also with this icon, which is like the perfect fit. Look at this woman, just like, this is obviously, I mean, Fleecy, if this is you, then you're my new favorite person in the whole world. But like, well, you see, he wants a woman who's more attractive and out of his league. So he needs her to be poor to settle for him. You know, like that is like, don't you feel like that is like what this woman is giving you? Well, you see, he wants a woman who's more attractive and out of his league. So he needs her to be poor to settle for him. It's bitchy. I love it. I love it a lot. I think Corey had a baby with his fling. Ooh! Jenny was her name? Jenny from Peru? I like Jenny. Jenny had a really sweet face. A much sweeter face than Evelyn. I like Jenny. I swear to God that I think I have Corey's number. Did he give me his number? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, you know what? I'm so sorry. Is he still following me on Instagram? That's what it was. Corey. What is this? Oh, God. Corey. Okay. I'm following him. Oh, God. Is he still following me? No, he's not. How sad. No, Corey. You don't follow me anymore? I'm unfollowing you then, Corey. I don't care about you. No, Corey. F you, Corey. How was real time? Honey, no, that's what I am. I'm petty. I'm real petty. You unfollow me, I unfollow you. Yeah, Corey, I mean, here's the thing. I don't really care. I've really just never cared about him. He has a high ass voice, you know, like he does have pretty eyes. He's short as hell in real life. I'm just like, Corey, live your life. If your life is like this bar and like being with a mean woman or whatever you're doing, or if this is like some sham to be on the show, honey, you do you. But I think that Jenny, that one that from Peru, had a sweet face. I love you guys so much. Truly, truly, truly. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for like really being on this journey with me. I love Alive. I'm gonna have to go though. It's 10:15. I have to like start shutting down my mind. You know what I'm saying? And like I also drank all the water that I had in this like thing. It's like bone dry, like Sahara, and I need to wet my whistle. It's 120 people in this room. Petty Crocker. Petty LaBelle. Yes, honey. I'm sorry. You don't follow me on Instagram, and I'm going to follow you. And by the way, David still follows me. That's all I care about because David's the best, and Corey's not. So, I love you guys. How are you? How is your lives right now? Is everything good? You are so funny tonight. Oh, good. Did you guys watch, by the way, I did a live on Friday with my friend Molly, and it was so fun. And it's like an hour and 15 minutes. I don't know if you guys know Molly, but Molly McAleer is like she was like one of the first people like on LiveJournal and Tumblr and stuff like that. She's like an internet prodigy, an internet commentary prodigy, a writer prodigy. She's like smart and fierce. So watch that. It's called The Following. Live, I put up Friday. Wall and I are going to go live on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then I'll come back for Following again on Friday at 1:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then we have these Sundays to look forward to. I'm 100% into Big Brother, and I'm watching that. I like can't get enough. I can't wait to watch tonight. I also watched on Discovery Plus Naked and Afraid of Love. Has anyone on this Discovery Plus BS watched Naked and Afraid of Love? It's crazy. I did. Oh, good. Thumbs up, everyone. Yay. Okay. Anyway, so that was like a really interesting one. I really, really liked it. So, my loves, I'm so appreciative that you have spent this Sunday night with me. It's 130 people in this room. Please go ahead and thumbs up this video if you haven't yet. It really helps me and my YouTube life, and just like helps me feel like this world and this universe is it just helps me feel like people are into what I'm doing, or the universe is like showing me a path that I should continue, you know. This work, what am I doing? Like helping orphans? No, I'm like, going live after I watch TV. You know what I'm saying though. I really would appreciate it. I feel like I've been a little like a little on the like lows about just like my algorithm life. I feel like, you know, like in my social media, like on Instagram and like YouTube, I just feel like my stuff does not get seen, which makes me so sad. Only because no one sees it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, oh, and I also feel like, why am I not in the algorithm? And how do I sneak in? Ugh, can I just like pay someone? Ugh, honey, I need like a Mimi to come in and just like be the nanny of me and my algorithm, honey. So anyways, Ramsterdam. Good morning. Maybe you can use Reels. Okay. A show on Discovery Plus combines Naked and Afraid with dating. Yeah, Naked. Yeah, it's literally like there was Naked and Afraid, which is like was some show where like people were dropped in like, you know, wilderness surroundings naked, and they just have to like fend for themselves, and it just always kind of like involves them sleeping with their skin on skin, you know. So I love you. I love you guys. Thank you so much for like all of your just like, I mean, look at this. I mean, thank you so much. Thank you so much for like all of these incredibly beautiful. you know, gorgeous people. Thank you. I'm supposed to be super famous. LOL, my 9-year-old son loves Naked and Afraid. That's hilarious. Yeah. Put the word entitled in your video title. Oh, how interesting. Okay. Really naked? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, listen, now here's the thing. They are really naked. So you're like, oh, okay. And it's on Discovery Plus. So does that mean that we see it? We don't see anything. It's blurred and whatnot. And I don't understand why we don't see it. But maybe that's how they get people to be like on the show. That's like, look, you get on the show. Yes, you will be naked, but we'll like blur it out. You'll never see anything. So how annoying would it be if you filmed a whole season thinking that it was going to be like on TLC, and then they were like, JK, it's on our streaming service where we can do whatever we want. It doesn't have to be censored. Honey, talk about Scarlett Johansson suing Disney. I would sue for like billions of dollars. I would put Discovery Network out of business. Okay. I love you guys so much. Yeah, Ramsterdam, I'm so like, why did you just come in? It's 10:20. It's okay. I know why, because you're not in my time zone. I love you so much. Thank you for coming in at all. I love you guys so much. And, I just want to talk to you for years and years and years. So let me say this. Oh, yeah, no, I'll keep that going. I have to go. I have to like pull myself from you, honey, and it's really, really hard. So having said that, I gave you all my things. Again, Wednesday with Wah, you have to be there at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's on her channel. Then back on my channel for following 1:30 Pacific Standard Time Friday. And then Sunday nights live, 90 Day Fiancé Toe. So thank you guys so much. You can join my private Facebook group, Vanity Farah, on Facebook, as I said. And I would love Sela, I think you were the one that was like, I had a DM, like any, I would love to see the DM there, but you don't have to. It's, calling you out your personal business, but that's just you. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at Chris L. Farah. The L is for Lebanese. I thank you so much to all my people that gave me super chats. Truly incredibly generous, incredibly gracious of you. And I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. I really, really thank you so much. If you want to, I'm also on Venmo. You can Venmo me if you feel like you want to, tip me. It's Chris Farah, 1 R, no L in that one because I wanted to make it really awkward, really confusing. That was my goal. So other than that, that's it. That's all I have to say. I love you guys. Truly, truly, peace and love to everyone here and to my beautiful mods. Thank you so much. And to Ramsterdam, who is just waking up, honey. You can rewatch this and anyone else. I love my replay crew. I love everyone who not only likes and comments in this video during the live, but to my replay crew who then just come back and wants to give another comment as the video uploads. I see you. I know I see you, and I know that you're doing that for me, and it's it means a lot. I know I get what you're doing, obviously, and thank you so much. You get it too. So you're so sweets. You're sweets. I love my baby boos. Thank you so much, baby boos. So that's it. I want you guys to have a great week, right? Sunday, it's almost September 1st. We're, switching gears. New month energy, breathe in, breathe out. Whatever you need to do, throw up a little last minute list of things, so you can sleep well of what you want to accomplish for next week, or, do some planning or I don't know, make sure to change your sheets before you go to bed tonight. Anything you can do that kind of gives you a refresh so you can start this week in your best frame of mind, having taken care of future self. So that's just a bunch of jargon that I would that my mind thinks of. Taking care of my future self is a whole thing. I love you and I thank you. So take care of yourselves and one another. Stand up for what you believe and make art. Okay, my loves, have a great week again. Thank you. I love you.